Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be on the second video of the My Gear series. So the My Gear series is where I kind of talk about some of the new products I've got and how I'm going to move into the next waterfowl season. I've got a new order from Rogers and I'm really excited about sharing it with you guys. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about the Final Approach Last Pass Mallards. Now, when I posted these stories on my Instagram, if you don't follow my Instagram, I'm going to put it right here and also in the link in the description. You need to follow it because that's where I keep up with a lot of this stuff. But I put out a poll on my Instagram and a lot of you guys commented and direct messaged me about the Final Approach specifically. Now, a lot of it wasn't great. I'm gonna be honest. There was a lot of I'm gonna keep everybody anonymous, but the general consensus was that it was a bad decoy, and they didn't last very long. The paint chipped off, and blah 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 blah, all that. But I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. I went ahead and bought them anyway, and I've got them, and I'm excited about them. So here is the decoy. Here's the Drake decoy here. It is a smaller decoy. It is a very small decoy. In fact, what I would kind of compare it to is a teal decoy, like a very nice teal decoy. I mean, it's just a little bit bigger than that. Now, I want to talk about the reason I got these. So right now on Rogers, they're running a sale, which is what I took advantage of. But normally they're $80 for 12. Now I got them for $45 because of the sale, but at this price point, I'm actually very impressed with this decoy. Now you are going to get what you buy, right? So this $80 price point is because it's $80 worth of decoys. Okay, don't get me wrong there, but what I'm saying is the paint, the detail on these decoys, and just the overall product is kind of impressive. Okay, now the paint might chip off, they might break, this and that, but that is normal decoy wear to me. I mean, I'm rough on my decoys, you guys are rough on your decoys. There's no way to avoid it. And at this price point, I'm not too worried about replacing them. Now I want to talk about a couple things that I'm excited about using these for and why I bought them. So the number one thing is they're extremely light. Obviously, because there's not very much material here. The keel is most of the weight. Obviously, this is a plastic. It's kind of squishy, but kind of not. It flexes a little bit. Obviously, if it was shot, that would be it. Unlike some of these other decoys, it is not foam filled. But one thing I'm excited about this is, with it being light, these are going to be really easy to carry into the swamp. Maybe you're a guy that has a lot of marsh hunts and you've got to walk in a long way and you got to do it early to beat the next guy. Well, these are going to be the ones for you because the paint is good. They look really good, but they're small enough to where you can pack 12 of these in here and you can walk into your marsh or your swamp with minimal issues. Now, if you're a guy that totes in your decoys in a mesh bag or something, you could probably fit 3 dozen of these in there. They're so small that, I mean, you could really pack these into a decoy bag and you can really cart these in. That's number one thing that I like about these is how small they are, but yet how good they're painted and how well they look. They're really going to be an advantage for me walking into the swamp. Number two is space in your boat or in your kayak. If you're a kayak hunter, and it's been said on other videos, but these are the ones for you. You can put 12 of these on the back of your kayak and you would never even know it. I'm talking about pick up all 12 with one hand out of the back of the truck, no issues. I mean, these are really light and they're really going to be good for space on your boat. A lot of us go on these big boat hunts. You got 3 people, you got 5 or 6 dozen decoys, and everybody's gear and space is limited. Okay, these are going to be good. These are going to be filler. Okay, these are going to be really good for that scenario, and also not put too much weight in your boat to where you're worried about getting to the spot. These are good for that. Now, third thing that I'm really excited about is that these are going to go well with your big decoy spreads. You know, this allows you not to have to spend 150 bucks on every dozen of mallards you buy. Okay, you can spend 150 bucks on the first 2 or 3, and then you can go volume with these. You can buy massive amounts of these for the same price, and you can really fill in your decoy spread. You're talking about turning a decoy spread from 24 birds to like 60 birds with minimal cost change. Okay, so that is one of the major benefits of buying this decoy, is because you're not really compromising on the look other than the size when you buy these decoys. These are going to be fantastic filler decoys, the kind that go around your blind, kind of help take the duck's attention off of you, that sort of thing. These are going to do that. Now, I do want to focus on the keel here. There is two holes here. So if you're a guy like me that likes to run decoy line on half one, half on the other, gives you different presentation in the wind. These birds are going to be floating differently in the wind, and so it doesn't look like you have 12 decoys moving in the same direction. These are the ones for you. You've got 2 different holes here. I do like that about them. Another thing is the hole that are on the bottom of these decoys are really big. If you're like me and you got a hard time putting these hooks in these holes, you won't have trouble with these, because if you put them in and take them out a lot, sometimes it gets really hard to do. There won't be a problem here because the holes are big enough. These decoys will self-right. You can toss this thing out there and it can land like this and it'll roll over, no problem. You won't have to worry about going out and fixing these right before shooting light when you're struggling to get ready. I do have the hen here. So here is the hen and the drake. See if I can get that in focus. There we go. The hen has really good quality painting too. Now, one thing I want to note on the hen, like I said, I got a lot of comments about the paint chipping off and this and that. But look at the color, the actual color. This is the color of the plastic of the hen. So when this paint chips off, it's going to be that color, which is a natural hen color anyway. So you are going to get some life out of these decoys. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with them. I kind of like them, again, for that filler scenario when you need to turn 24 decoys into 60, when maybe you're out there on the river hunting a river flat like we always do, and you're really competing with these big rafts of birds. These are going to help you get the volume that you need to make a difference. Now, I do have a Dakota packable here to show you comparison wise. Now, the Dakota decoy is obviously much larger, but this is the difference. This is what you're looking at here. This is your main, this is your daily driver. This is the one that's really going to get them to come out of the sky. This is your filler. You see the difference here. These decoys are almost so different that they serve different purposes, so you don't want to compare the two. But I did want to show you at a $150 price point for 12 what the difference is between that and a 45% price point for 12 of these. So there is a difference in quality. But again, these 2 decoys serve 2 different purposes. So keep that in mind when you're out there shopping. And if you like this video, make sure you go down and drop a comment about your favorite decoy. I want to know, because, you know, we all need more decoys, whether we like it or not. The one thing that's always going to be true about duck hunting is that you need more decoys. So drop your favorite decoy down in the comments. Send a link. Let's see where we got them. Another thing is, all these decoys that will be reviewed in this video will be linked in the description below. So if you want to go get you some, the Rogers link will be right there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.